YouTube, what's up? Ricardo The Barber here. Listen, we're going to do a quick little comb over without having the actual part. Just going to blend from the side of his head to the top. I'm going to show you how we do it. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is saturate the hair with water. I like to make sure the hair is thoroughly wet without leaving any dry areas, so I make sure I kind of massage the water into the hair. I'm going to go ahead and cut the top of the hair uniformly, all the same length, and I'm going to do that from front to back. Alright, next, what I like to do is I like to make sure I blow dry the client's hair. I'm going to make sure I blow dry it in the manner they're going to be wearing it. So here I am going to comb it to the side and make sure I hit the roots with the heat from the blow dryer. This way it helps kind of shape that form that you guys want the hairstyle to be. I'm going to go ahead and kind of comb the front of the hair upwards and then hit the base with the heat. This way it kind of has that little poof in the front that the client wants. So I'm going to go ahead and just blow dry all the hair until it's all fully dry. And we're going to start this fade off with the bald guideline. I'm using my babyless skeleton trimmers. We're just going to make the guideline all the way around the head, nice and even. I'm pulling the ear down this way I don't nip it on accident, because usually right above the ear there's a little bit of loose skin. You want to make sure that doesn't fold over the trimmers while you're cutting hair. But anyways, we're going to get into the Oster fast feeds that I'm using here. I just have the blade opened up. I'm going to make this guideline about 3/4 of an inch higher than the initial first bald guideline. And I'm going to continue that around the head. When that's complete, grab your number 1 guard. You're gonna make the next 1-inch band around the head, anywhere from 3/4 to an inch. That guideline usually depends on the size of your client's head. So again, I'm using 3/4 to an inch max. But if they got a smaller head, it might be a smaller guideline. If they got a bigger head, it could be a bigger guideline. And it also depends on the kind of look they want. Do they want like a tight fade, or the fade to be a little bit longer as it fades out? But you'll figure that out in the consultation before you cut the client's hair. I grab my number 4 guard. I'm going to use it closed. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of blend the side into the top. So I'm going to blend upwards, but I'm also going to use the clipper sideways very lightly to kind of gradually cut that hair that kind of goes to the side. This way it's not a hard line. So I'm gonna go over it nice and slow and multiple times to get the look that I'm going for. Once I feel I got it clean, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. So now we grab the number 3 guard. I'm gonna go ahead and close that. That's gonna be lever closed, the shortest setting you have on your clipper. I'm gonna use that to blend into the number 4. Once that's blended, grab your number 2 guard. This is also closed. This should pretty much be able to blend that 1.5 into the 3. So you just kind of, scoop up and out, a little C motion, until you got the desired look. So you see that line either gone or close to gone. It might not be perfect. Sometimes you got to go back with the 1 guard open to blend that last line out. All right. In this case, Austers do a very good job of using the number 2 and having that line pretty much come out. So from here, I'm just gonna go right into my 1/16 guard, which is the 0 guard right here. All right, so I put the 0 guard on, I open it up, the lever's open, cutting at its longest length. I'm gonna start blending that 1.5 down into the half. So I'm trying to get rid of that guideline that's just below the clippers. You kind of can see it. It's gonna start fading away. I set my clippers to halfway, the lever, halfway now. And we attack that little line. Now I close it all the way, and that line's pretty much gone as I'm hitting it. That's how you know you're doing it right. You'll start seeing everything kind of come together very slowly. When that's complete, I take my clippers and put the lever halfway. I start knocking out that bottom line. Close it fully and hit the bottom. Come up about 1/4 inch from the bottom, and that gives you room to blend out. Remember that. When you're blending this right here, you don't want to be exactly on that line or you'll get nowhere. You're gonna have a lot of weight above it. You need to be able to blend to that line. So you want to take that line and come up about 1/4 inch at its lowest setting. This way the hair has room to gradually go down to that, back to that trimmer length. You see any issues with your blend, use the corners of your clippers with the guard on, guard off, and try to just attack the small areas that might be a little too dark. This way a blend comes in a little bit better. It takes work, but practice makes perfect. And this is what I'm trying to do here. Now once that is complete, you're gonna continue that around the head. I'm gonna play this in fast motion because the exact same method I just showed you guys on the side of the head is gonna be continued all the way around. It's done in sections, at least the way I do it. You don't have to do the haircut in thirds. I do personally because that's how I like it. You can go around the whole head all at once with 1 guard, the next guard, the next guard, but you're gonna see the back and you're gonna see the right side done the way I do it. Now here, because I don't like the way it flows, the top of the hair, I'm gonna kind of lighten it up a little bit. I feel like there's too much hair, so I'm just grabbing my thin shears and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of, hit the area that I feel got too much hair. And then we'll comb it, we'll check it, we'll see how it looks. If we have to make, improvements, we cut some more. If not, we go with it. So here I'm satisfied with the look. On to the next part. I'm gonna grab my Andis Pro Foil shavers. We're gonna bald the rest of the haircut all the way down to skin, the actual skin fade. So one tip that I like to say when I'm doing this is I always try to feel the area that I'm shaving, because depending on the grain of the hair, you might not get the right spot. You might have stubble still left over. You can't see it, you don't notice it, but you can feel it. All your clients got to do is go home and start feeling hair you left over to be like, oh, not the best fade, and then you get a crappier rating on your Booksy or something. You never know. But either way, try to at least feel what you're doing. This way you can do a good job and you make sure you got all the hair cut with this profile shaver. All right. That's just something that works for me. It might work for you. As you can see, I'm feeling the direction that the hair is growing in, and then I'm using the shaver to hit that same direction, against the grain. So this way I know I'm cutting it. And again, this might help you out. It might not. Who knows? It helped me. I make sure I got a nice uniform cut, at least with this method. So I try to preach it. All right, so here we're not doing much with an actual shape up, but it will just kind of lighten up his lines a little bit, make them, pop out some, take the extra little hairs away. So he's not big on shape ups, but I do this just to kind of clean it up just a little bit, ever so slightly. Some people, most people I would say, want that nice finished look, but again, not everybody. That's the world of barbering. Not everybody's gonna get, these fancy lines and everything all perfect. Some people, I got clients that tell me, oh, I don't want you to do a great job. I just want it to look, half decent. I don't want it too clean. And, it sounds crazy, but you gotta do what the client says. So again, here I'm just lightly touching it up. Nothing too much, but just a little bit. All right, I got my sculpting clay, Black Widow, very good stuff here. Get a finger's dab amount, kind of spread it in your hands and put it all over the hair before you style it. Stuff I like because it works good and smells good. All right, that's probably the two things that all you need for when you're doing someone's hair. It's gotta look good and smell good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of comb it in the natural way it wants to be, straight to the side, comb the front up. You're kind of styling the hair and you're making the client look as good as he can before he leaves. They look good, they feel good, that's what they're paying for. So do a good job when it comes to styling. All right, so here I'm grabbing my razor, Black Widow razor, one of my favorites. It's exposed, it got a nice exposure on the blade. Blade pops out a good amount. I can see what I'm doing, as you can see here. I'm just stretching the skin slightly. I'm just gonna go ahead and go against the grain and tighten up the sides just a touch, nothing too crazy. Here's a better view from the other side. As you can see, it doesn't take a lot to make the haircut look great. You don't have to go too in depth. You just gotta follow a couple different guidelines, and you can get there. Give the client what they want. Here's the finished product. He came in, looking kind of rough, but he's leaving looking fresh. The fade is nice. A nice little gradual blend. The client's happy. I'm happy. We're all happy. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. Thank you, guys. Peace.